Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is New, or Analogger, as my handle says. Today I wanted to talk about this planner that I've seen a lot about, but haven't really found any English YouTube videos on. It's actually been around for a while now, since I want to say 2011 or 12. But when I did my research on YouTube, at least, I didn't see anything about it. This is the Thinking of You in collaboration with Mr. Eggplant. It's a Taiwanese planner. It's an A5 vertical. We'll go over kind of the contents. I've already done an initial unboxing, but I just wanted to kind of show you what it came with. It came with a really nice poly mailer, but they did a really good job just bubble wrapping everything and putting everything in cardboard. So you have that, and shipping took maybe a little bit over 2 weeks. So I'm in the US, so this ships straight from Taiwan from a website called Pinkoi, which I believe is their e-commerce platform. So I'll link where I got this planner below, but I got it directly from them. So when you get the package, you get this outer envelope here, and I just love this planner so much. I think the intention of there's a lot of recurring themes of self-care, and it looks like every year they have a theme. So if you kind of look, let me just show you what it says here. Sunshine is the best filter, cloudy day is calm, when the rain falls down everything is clean and fresh, there's no such thing as bad weather, only different kinds of weather, no worries, no headaches, no pain. So I'm going to open up and show you. I've already done it unboxing, but I'll just show you what you get inside. You get the planner. Just going to set that down there. And then you get a couple other pieces. So they give you a zine as well as a pamphlet. So here's kind of the pamphlet that they give you. It gives you a history of all of the planners they've released. So yep, it is 2012. I kind of wish I knew about this sooner, but I don't think it's too popular just yet, maybe in the past few years in the planner community. But here's kind of all of the different covers they've had across the years, and then the layout, which I will kind of go over and show you. But here's the theme for this year, which is frolic, and the color scheme right here. And then they give you these cards. I'm not sure what to call them, but it has 2 months on each card. So you have, you know, the theme as well as some relevant words. But these are also super beautiful. And then you can kind of see the calendar right there on the back. Innocent, cherubic, another frolic, another innocent. And then finally, oh, one more actually. And then finally, you have the design here, which I believe has some examples of how it can be used. Here's an example, weekly vertical spread. Okay, let's go into the actual planner. I'm going to go over some of the specs as we flip through. So this is a A5 Tomoe River planner. It's cream Tomoe River paper, I believe. It is the new Sanson paper, 68 GSM. It is thread bound, but it actually comes with its own plastic cover, so I didn't get this. They gave it to me, but I don't want to take it out because I think the inside might be a little bit fragile. But I'm going to zoom you in just so you can kind of see. So as you can see kind of right there, it looks like it's thread bound, and then there's another kind of outer cover as well as a matte plastic clear PVC cover as well. But here's kind of the planner. It has kind of what was in that front envelope, the quote from here as well, and the back. I also really like this quote as well. But let's kind of go into it. And then the covers, I just love the little quotes. Here it says, let me just actually, here it says, wonderful things are going to happen to me. And then I think it says love eggplants, which is one of the creators. So first you have that quote from the cover, and then there's a resolution page with some artwork, which I could see you kind of either writing your resolutions around it or doing a collage, vision board, whatever you want to do. It has a year at a glance with all 12 months, as well as some checklists if you want to use that. And then it has the, I believe this is called the perpetual calendar with 6 months to a spread, so an annual on 4 pages. So if you want to do any kind of planning here, you can as well. And then it also had a third kind of annual view, which looks like it could be used as a tracker, but this is a 12 months or annual on two pages. And then it looks like it has the weekends. Actually, no, it's not the weekends. It looks like it might have holidays. I want to say that these are Taiwanese holidays highlighted as well. And then you get to the monthlies. So this is the weekly start from December. The weekly start from January 1st, 2024, all the way to January. The weekly start from January 1st, 2024, all the way to December 31st, 2024. So a full year, but it does have, let me just check here, but it does have the month start in December of this year. So here's kind of what the monthly looks like. You can see the entire calendar, next month's calendar, last month's calendar. It's a Monday start planner. It has some lines here if you want to do some sort of planning or checklist here. And then it has the full calendar view. It also has the entire kind of numbers of the month. So if you wanted to do some kind of tracking, you probably could try to use that somehow here. And then if you look closely, you just zoom you in. The weekends are bolded, as well as the weekends on the actual months are bolded as well. And then if you could see here, underneath every number, this calendar also has the lunar calendar. So it's not the same as the Western calendar, where although it's December 1st, the lunar calendar is still October 19th. So you have the month number here as well as here. And then once it gets to the new year, it looks like you have another annual view for 2025 and 2026 as well. So that's interesting. Unlike the Hobonichi cousin, if you're familiar, any of the Hobonichis, they have the current year and then the previous year and the next year. But this is the next 2 years. And then here you have the monthly cover page. So the monthlies are, there are multiple monthlies in here. So you'll see kind of one page with the month, some lines here. Again, it looks like the holidays and weekends are bolded. And then you have 4 calendars here, which you can use for tracking. And then you reach kind of the monthly on 2 pages, where Again, same layout with previous month, next month. That's how the monthlies are. And then we'll head to the weeklies. The weeklies are my favorite part. There are a lot of components here where you have the current week's calendar circled, and then on each page there are checklists here if you want to use it that way, the week number, and then you have all of the weeks here in kind of a vertical spread of 4 days on the left and then 3 days on the right. So that's interesting that these are bigger. Maybe it's assumed that, you know, you're busier on the weekends. I'm not sure, but it has the same, you know, dates. And then I believe this is probably a holiday or something. I can't read. This is not my native language, so I cannot read it. So then you have the lunar calendar down here as well. And there's timelines here with increments of 6 hours. So you'll see that it starts at 6 a.m. all the way until midnight on a 24-hour calendar. And then you have the current month here. And then my favorite part of the weeklies are these little kind of, I don't know what to call them. I think they're affirmations or self-care tasks, but the first week says, watch a funny cartoon. There's some other ones like I deserve a fancy meal, go on a short walk, I believe in myself. So you get the idea. But that's how basically all of the weeklies are. And then the other really interesting part about the weeklies is that they are purely separated by month. So, excuse me, not just the weekly, but the entire, so the weeklies are separated by month. So in most planners you'll see it would be all the months at the front and then the weeks. But this planner, like other planners like the Paper Test and I think or Estelle, also has one of the same layouts where they're all grouped together. So you have month, weeks, month, week, month, week, and so on. So that's how this is grouped, but this planner takes it a step forward, which I don't know how I feel about, but I think it's pretty cool to kind of keep it all together. So as you can see, in January, the month ends on a Wednesday, but the week does not continue because it heads into February. So the next few pages, I'm going to go over kind of these next, but as you can see, you go into February, you have your monthly cover page, and then you have the month on 2 spread, and then you have the following week, but you don't have, you know, Wednesday and beyond because February starting Thursday. So that's pretty interesting to kind of see the week split like that so that you can keep everything in one month. And then when you reach the end of the month, you can see that there are words here. So I'm guessing these are words that have to do with the frolic theme. I'm not too sure, but if you wanted to practice some calligraphy or lettering, you could do that here. So that's what I'm going to use this for. I'm not going to probably follow the exact layout. I'm probably going to because there's 3 shades to this here where it's the darker color and then it gets lighter and lighter. So probably down here I'm gonna experiment with different lettering styles and not necessarily follow the exact one for, you know, I think there's like more than 10 of these written down. I think that would be a good idea. And then that's how it goes for the rest of the planner. So there are a few other pages in the back, which we will go over kind of what that looks like. So once we get to December, there's actually one more feature spread for next year. So this spread is for January 2025 that you could use as well. And then they have 2 blank pages. They are dot grid. So this, it's and then you have 3 blank spreads it's dot grid. So I believe this one, I measured it and it looks about, it's very, very small. I think this is like 2.5 millimeters. And then you have the next grid, that's also 2.5. And then the third spread, it's not, I want to say this looks like it's like 2.5 by 5 or something. I'm not sure, but you know, you can kind of clearly tell that the grid isn't necessarily a square, it's a long rectangle. And then here you have some list here where you can list whatever you want. So it's 6 columns and each column has 24. So do the math there of how many things you can list, similar to the 100. I believe it's definitely more than 100. I'll have to check on that. Things that you can list are similar to the 100 in the Hobonichi list. And then there's a to myself spread, so I have no idea what you can use this for. I'm guessing maybe this will be the end, beginning of the year, who knows, but you do however you'd like. And then another kind of lettering, but just the entire alphabet here if you want to kind of practice your lettering in cursive. And then the last page is the personal information, if you want to put the personal information here. And one of my other favorite quotes about this, so it's here as well as the back, so I'm going to read it to you. I think it's really cute. Dear self, today was a day filled with frolic and joy. I decided to take a break from my usual routine and go to the cafe that I never visited before. As I sat under the warm sun, surrounded by the peaceful sounds of nature, I couldn't help but reflect on beauty of life. Every stroke of my pen captured the essence of the moment, reminding me to appreciate the little things that bring me immense happiness. Today was a gentle reminder that life is meant to be embraced with open arms, and that every little moment is a precious opportunity to cherish the gift of existence. Until tomorrow, thinking of you, of life. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple planner, but also very, very unique in my opinion. It has a lot of room to do pretty much anything you want. I'm really excited to use it. I love cream paper, so I think that was one of the big things that I was looking for as well, the cream paper. Because there just isn't many. I know there's the majority 1 page a day, but that's a daily planner. I was looking for something specifically weekly for memory keeping, so I'm going to use my photos in here. So I was greatly inspired by Ina Christina and Ali from Filoplanner. I will link their pages below because they were a great inspiration. That's how I knew about this planner. Great inspiration for me. So I'm really excited to use it in that way. And then the cover that I'm going to be using is this Hobonichi one from this year. It's the Have a Nice Day. I believe it's the almond cover. I always get confused with that one and the A6 they released earlier this year, the oatmeal. But I'm going to see if this fits. So, I mean, you don't really need a cover because it already has a plastic one, but I really like this almond one, so I'm going to give it a try. Okay, so it looks like I was able to get this one, or like the back cover in. You can kind of see there's some overhang, but that doesn't bother me. I kind of like having it like this so you can kind of see that beautiful cover, but I don't know. I guess for the sake of this video, let me just try putting it in. It probably would fit if I took off the plastic cover, but I really don't want to do that because this looks kind of delicate. Okay, so I had to really force it in there, but you can kind of see it's, you know, not really wanting to fit, but I don't think I think that if I put a book on it and maybe put it on a warm laptop or something, this will eventually mold. So it's fine. I don't really care. It will eventually mold as it chunks up anyway, but it does look kind of funny. I know this would bother some people. But for the most part, it's not bad. I probably could just take it out of the clear cover. Oh well. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.